To delve deeper into the perils of emotional attachment, one need not venture into the realms of fantasy or ancient philosophy alone. An illustrative example can be found in the captivating saga of Anakin Skywalker, immortalized in the Star Wars narrative. Alternatively, one can turn to the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which offers profound insights into the human condition. Imagine a love so profound that it compels one to sacrifice everything, even one's own life, in a desperate attempt to preserve it. This is the poignant tale of Anakin Skywalker, who surrendered to the allure of the dark side in a desperate bid to save his beloved Padme Amidala. Yet what unfolds when our deepest fears materialize? What happens when the very object of our affection slips through our grasp? Anakin's fear of losing those he cherished resonates deeply with countless individuals who share similar anxieties about separation. Faced with the prospect of losing someone or something dear, we often find ourselves resorting to extraordinary measures to cling onto them. However, this struggle is not confined to the pages of epic sagas. It is a profound human dilemma that reverberates throughout history and finds resonance within the teachings of Stoicism. Today, we embark on a journey to explore the tenets of Stoicism and examine how its principles can serve as a roadmap for detaching from the bonds that tether us to others. The story of Anakin Skywalker serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers inherent in emotional attachment. His tragic fall from grace, fueled by his desperate attempt to save his beloved, offers a cautionary tale about the consequences of clinging too tightly to those we hold dear. Similarly, the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy provides invaluable insights into the nature of attachment and the importance of cultivating inner resilience. Stoicism teaches us to confront our fears with courage, to accept the impermanence of life, and to find solace in the tranquility of our own minds. In exploring the teachings of Stoicism, we discover a step-by-step guide for navigating the complexities of human relationships and freeing ourselves from the shackles of attachment. By embracing the principles of detachment, acceptance, and inner peace, we can liberate ourselves from the grip of emotional dependence and find fulfillment in our own self-reliance. The journey of detaching from others is not an easy one, but it is a path paved with wisdom and insight. By following the teachings of Stoicism, we can learn to let go of our fears and insecurities and embrace a life of freedom and inner peace. Lesson number 1: stepping away for clarity. The first step in navigating challenging situations or relationships is to create some distance, not to detach completely, but to gain clarity. Picture yourself at a bustling party, where the chatter is loud and the music blares. Amidst this cacophony, it's difficult to hear a friend's whispered words. Similarly, when we're too entwined with someone or something, our emotions act like the noise of the party, obscuring clarity. Stepping back is akin to leaving the noisy party and retreating to a quieter space where thoughts can be heard and processed clearly. As the philosopher Aristotle astutely noted, as often as you sojourn, return to yourself. This retreat isn't solely physical, it encompasses mental and emotional spaces too. When our emotions cloud our judgment, taking a step back enables us to observe them objectively, akin to watching clouds drift across the sky, knowing they aren't a part of us. This detachment isn't about coldness. It's about gaining a broader perspective on the situation and our reactions to it. It's akin to seeing the chessboard, not just the piece we hold. Perhaps it involves switching off our phones for an hour, taking a leisurely stroll, or merely sitting in quiet contemplation. The objective is to find a haven where the incessant noise of life doesn't drown out our thoughts. In these serene moments of solitude, we discover the strength to make decisions grounded in reasoned thought and inner wisdom, rather than impulsivity driven by emotions. This step back empowers us to navigate through the fog of the present, offering us the clarity needed to move forward. Taking a break can prove invaluable when feeling overwhelmed or embroiled in a disagreement. It grants us the opportunity to reassess, gain fresh perspectives, and approach the situation with renewed openness. During this hiatus, it's essential to communicate our need for space clearly, setting boundaries regarding the extent of our withdrawal and the type of contact permissible. Moreover, this interlude presents a chance to prioritize self-care, dedicating time to activities that promote relaxation, rejuvenation, and a fresh outlook. Whether it's engaging in physical exercise, seeking solace in the company of supportive friends or family, practicing mindfulness, or indulging in hobbies, self-care is paramount. Furthermore, this period of reflection allows us to introspect on the events that precipitated our decision to step back, consider our emotions, needs, and potential resolutions. Seeking counsel from trusted confidants, be it friends, family, or professionals, can provide invaluable insights and support. Lastly, it's crucial to remember that taking a break doesn't signify abandonment of the individual or the relationship. Instead, it's a demonstration of self-respect and a commitment to fostering a healthy, constructive approach to resolving issues. Through careful planning and introspection during this hiatus, we can pave the way for reconciliation and growth in the relationship. Lesson number 2. Considering the rationality of distance. Choosing to distance oneself from another isn't a decision to be made hastily. It requires thoughtful consideration, aligning with the principles of Stoicism, which emphasizes reason and moral integrity. Imagine your life as a voyage, with people akin to winds and currents. Some aid smooth sailing, while others may steer you into turbulent waters. As the captain of your ship, it's your prerogative to harness favorable winds and avoid storms that threaten your well-being. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who transitioned from slavery to wisdom, underscored the importance of cultivating relationships that align with our inner freedom. His life teaches us a crucial lesson. Not everyone who enters our lives brings illumination. Some cast shadows that dim our radiance. Viewing relationships as mirrors, do they reflect happiness, growth, and understanding? Or do they mirror doubt, pain, and dismay? Choosing to distance oneself isn't an act of abandonment, but a means of safeguarding one's integrity and values. Stoicism isn't merely about cold logic, it's about informed discernment. It prompts us to evaluate whether a person enriches our lives like a harmonious melody or detracts from it like a discordant note. Reflect on Epictetus's wisdom. What bothers us is not what happens to us, but what we think about it. It's not solely about the person, but how we perceive their role in our narrative. Are they catalysts for growth or distractions from our journey? Ultimately, deciding to create distance is about living a life of authenticity and integrity, staying true to one's ideals and journey. Stoicism teaches us to cherish relationships that enhance our narrative while letting go of those that detract from it. It's about curating a life where each person and experience contributes thoughtfully to the tapestry of our existence. Various factors, personal, social, and situational, inform the decision to distance oneself. Here's a rational analysis. 1. Self-preservation. Shielding oneself from detrimental relationships, environments, or situations is a prudent means of self-protection. 2. Emotional well-being. Safeguarding mental and emotional health necessitates distancing from sources of toxicity to prioritize personal growth and happiness. 3. Conflict resolution. Temporarily, stepping back from a person can defuse tensions, allowing emotions to settle and perspectives to realign for more constructive problem-solving. 4. Setting boundaries. Maintaining distance when personal boundaries are violated upholds self-respect, dignity, and independence, clarifying expectations in future interactions. 5. Productivity and focus. Removing distractions or unfavorable environments facilitates concentration and enhances productivity, aligning actions with goals. 6. Perspective and reflection. Taking a step back fosters fresh perspectives, enabling introspection and informed decision-making, conducive to personal growth. 7. Social dynamics. Adopting social distancing measures, particularly in public health crises, is a prudent response to mitigate risks and safeguard collective well-being. The rationality of distancing hinges on individual circumstances and objectives, necessitating a careful evaluation of risks, benefits, and desired outcomes to promote happiness, growth, and balance in life. Lesson number 3. Engage in meaningful conversation. At times, life can feel like a perplexing jigsaw puzzle, leaving us struggling to fit the pieces together. The champion's inner strength recognizes the significance of forging connections with others. Speaking to a trusted confidant is akin to finding an anchor amidst turbulent seas. It's not about offloading our burdens onto them. Rather, it's about gaining clarity and perspective. Consider them as a companion on the journey of life, akin to a compass guiding you when your own sense of direction falters. Sebastian Junger, a keen observer of human nature, likened shared wisdom to a mirror reflecting not only our image, but also our innermost selves. This act of introspection allows us to navigate through life's uncertainties. When you open up to someone, you're inviting them into your inner sanctum, offering them a glimpse into your emotions and thoughts. This sharing fosters an environment of mutual understanding and support, where insights are exchanged rather than mere sympathy offered. Choose your confidant wisely, selecting someone whose values resonate with yours. They serve as a sounding board, assisting you in untangling your feelings and thoughts. Their attentive presence serves as a reminder that you're not traversing this journey alone. In these conversations, profound truths may surface, altering your perspective on various matters. Stoicism teaches us that maintaining a composed mind and seeking assistance from others are effective ways of confronting life's challenges. Your chosen confidant becomes a vital part of this supportive network, highlighting the strength found in collaborative efforts. It's crucial to recognize that severing ties with a person or situation doesn't entail severing ties with all human connections. In fact, it's these connections that furnish you with the resilience and insight required to navigate life's intricate tapestry. Conversing with a trusted individual transcends mere dialogue. It serves as a conduit to clarity and stability amid life's ever-changing currents. Lesson number 4. Establish boundaries for your emotions. Controlling our emotions can be likened to steering a ship through a stormy sea. The waves of our feelings are powerful and, if left unchecked, can overwhelm us. Stoicism doesn't advocate for avoiding these waves, but rather teaches you how to navigate them with skill and wisdom. It's about discerning when to let the waves carry us and when to take firm control of our vessel. Feelings are a natural part of human experience, but without limits, they can veer us off the course we've set for ourselves. The key is to ride these waves without allowing them to capsize our boat. Epictetus, renowned for his profound understanding of the human psyche, reminds us that it's not external events that disturb us, but rather our interpretation of them. Setting mental boundaries entails adopting this perspective, akin to having a gatekeeper in our minds who permits all feelings to enter, but prevents any single one from dominating our inner peace. For instance, when anger comes knocking, we acknowledge its presence and seek to understand its source, yet we do not allow it to dictate our actions. It's about engaging with our emotions, discerning their place, and gently guiding them to a space where they do not obstruct our rationality. In practical terms, setting limits might involve allocating a specific time frame to experience certain emotions. For example, allowing oneself to feel upset for an hour before refocusing on solutions. This approach isn't about denying emotions, but rather managing their potency, akin to a tightrope walker who acknowledges the height but remains focused on the rope. By adopting this approach, we honor our emotions without relinquishing control to them. We attain a sense of understanding and then release them gently. The objective of this process isn't repression, but rather balance, akin to adding just the right amount of sugar to tea, enough to enhance the flavor but not so much as to overpower it. Establishing boundaries for your emotions is a vital component of maintaining mental health and equilibrium. Here are some strategies to help you set these limits. 1. Identify your triggers. Recognize the people, places, or events that evoke strong emotions in you. Once identified, take steps to mitigate their impact or avoid them when necessary. 2. Understand your threshold. Pay attention to your emotional threshold, the point at which feelings become overwhelming. Recognizing this threshold enables you to implement coping strategies effectively. 3. Cultivate self-awareness. Practice mindfulness to become more attuned to your emotions and their patterns in various situations. Regular self-reflection aids in identifying emotional trends. 4. Set clear boundaries. Define what is acceptable behavior and expression of emotions, both to yourself and others. Upholding these boundaries safeguards your emotional well-being. 5. Develop coping strategies. Compile a list of healthy ways to manage intense emotions, such as deep breathing, mindfulness, exercise, or seeking support from friends or professionals. 6. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and patience during challenging times. Acknowledge that experiencing diverse emotions is normal, and extend the same empathy to yourself as you would to a friend in similar circumstances. 7. Seek help when needed. Don't hesitate to reach out to trusted individuals or mental health professionals if you struggle to regulate your emotions or establish healthy limits. 8. Monitor your inner dialogue. Pay attention to your self-talk, particularly during heightened emotional states. Cultivate mental resilience by reframing negative self-talk into affirming and constructive statements. By employing these techniques, you can effectively establish healthy boundaries for your emotions, enhancing your emotional well-being and resilience. Lesson number 5. Consider the consequences of detachment. When you find yourself standing at the crossroads of detachment, it's essential to pause and carefully contemplate each path ahead. Stoicism doesn't advocate for impulsive decisions. Rather, it encourages thoughtful consideration. Envision each road as a potential future, with distinct outcomes awaiting at every turn. What lies ahead on the path of distance? Will it usher in peace, growth, and a strengthened sense of self? Or will it culminate in regret and missed opportunities? Foresight doesn't entail the ability to predict the future with certainty, but rather the capacity to plan for it with wisdom. Drawing from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who once governed an empire, reflecting on the past can provide insight into future trajectories. Consider instances when you've distanced yourself in the past. Did it afford you clarity and tranquility? Or did it leave you feeling isolated and laden with remorse? Utilize these reflections as lessons from history to inform your decisions moving forward. Furthermore, ponder how your choice will impact others. Stoicism advocates for a balance between individual desires and the collective good. When contemplating detachment, consider whether your actions contribute to personal growth and the betterment of others, or potentially inflict harm or confusion upon them. This step transcends self-interest. It entails harmonizing personal well-being with the welfare of the broader community. It's akin to being mindful of your footsteps in a garden, ensuring they foster growth rather than trample upon the flowers. The effects of distancing oneself can vary depending on the circumstances and the individuals involved. Here are some potential outcomes to consider. 1. Emotional effects. Pulling away from someone may elicit feelings of hurt, rejection, or sadness, particularly if the connection is valued mutually. Conversely, it might engender feelings of loneliness or guilt within oneself. 2. Communication breakdown. Physical or emotional distance can impede effective communication, hindering the resolution of conflicts or disputes within relationships. Reduced communication may lead to misunderstandings and strained dynamics. 3. Changes in relationship dynamics. Distancing oneself may alter the dynamics of a relationship, potentially resulting in power imbalances or diminished closeness. It could also lead to a loss of connection or growing apart over time. 4. Effects on other relationships. Detaching from an individual within a larger social circle may influence other relationships within that network, causing uncertainty or tension among mutual acquaintances. 5. Personal growth. Stepping back offers an opportunity for introspection and personal growth, enabling individuals to focus on their own aspirations and well-being without external interference. 6. Reconciliation or estrangement. Detachment may pave the way for reconciliation and improved relationships in the long run. Alternatively, it could lead to estrangement and permanent rifts, necessitating careful consideration of potential outcomes. In navigating these potential effects, open and honest communication plays a pivotal role in mitigating misunderstandings and minimizing adverse consequences for all parties involved. Clear dialogue fosters mutual understanding and facilitates informed decision-making, guiding individuals toward paths that align with their values and aspirations. In essence, considering the consequences of detachment involves weighing the potential outcomes with discernment and foresight, striving for outcomes that uphold personal integrity and contribute positively to the fabric of relationships and communities. Lesson number 6. Take a break from social media. Visualize your mind as a serene lake, with social media acting as constant raindrops disturbing its surface. These droplets represent the barrage of updates, messages, and comparisons that disrupt our peace. Stoicism, a philosophy predating the age of technology, offers timeless guidance on navigating such modern-day distractions. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, aptly remarked, "Life is long if you know how to use it," suggesting that those who lament life's brevity may view social media as one of its many futile diversions. Detaching from social media involves reclaiming our time and attention, directing our valuable energy toward endeavors that truly matter. In the digital realm, everyone vies for our attention, but by stepping back, we not only avoid inundation but also afford our thoughts the space to breathe, contemplate, and flourish. It's akin to drawing the curtain shut on a bustling street outside your window. The noise, the crowds, and the ceaseless activity persist. But within your quiet abode, you can think, understand, and grow undisturbed. This hiatus from social media isn't an act of escapism, but rather a form of self-care. It's about discerning what brings us joy and what evokes sadness. As you embark on this break, observe how your mindset evolves. Do you experience greater tranquility, presence, and self-awareness? Stoicism teaches us the importance of recognizing what we can control and relinquishing what we cannot. While we may not control the rain, we can choose to seek shelter and appreciate its soothing rhythm without getting drenched. In today's fast-paced digital landscape, abstaining from social media may feel akin to disembarking from a speeding train. However, amidst the stillness and focus of this respite, there lies an opportunity for introspection and rejuvenation. Recall Seneca's admonition to make judicious use of time. Engage in activities conducive to mental well-being, such as reading, taking leisurely strolls, or journaling. This break serves as a rendezvous with oneself, a chance to reconnect with inner peace amidst the cacophony of the online world. To facilitate disconnection from social media, consider implementing the following steps. 1. Set limits. Establish specific periods during which you abstain from social media usage, whether it be a day, a week, or a more extended duration. Inform your network of this decision to manage expectations and alleviate concerns about your sudden absence. 2. Disable notifications. Minimize the temptation to constantly check social media platforms by deactivating app notifications. This simple step can help foster a more mindful approach to digital engagement. 3. Remove apps. Temporarily uninstalling social media apps from your devices can create barriers to impulsive usage, allowing for more deliberate and intentional interactions. 4. Engage in alternative activities. Redirect your time and energy toward pursuits that nurture your well-being, such as reading, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. 5. Monitor your well-being. Pay attention to any shifts in your mood, stress levels, or overall health during your time away from social media. Practicing mindfulness can enhance your awareness of the present moment and its impact on your mental state. 6. Seek support. If abstaining from social media proves challenging, enlist the support of friends or family members who can offer guidance and encouragement. Reflect on the effects of your social media hiatus and discern whether it contributed to reduced stress and heightened attentiveness. Armed with this insight, you can make informed decisions about your digital consumption habits, recognizing that periodic breaks are not only permissible but essential for safeguarding your mental health. Remember, it's perfectly acceptable to prioritize your well-being by taking periodic respites from social media without permanently severing ties. Lesson number 7. Focus on fundamental needs. As we embark on the final step of detachment, let's delve into the essence of our being and concentrate on what truly nourishes our inner growth and well-being. Stoicism, at its core, advocates stripping away the superfluous and honing in on the essentials, a principle that resonates deeply in this pursuit. It's about discerning what feeds our soul and discarding the noise and distractions that detract from our spiritual and emotional progress. Imagine your life as a garden, flourishing under the nurturing influence of sunlight, water, and care. In much the same way, identify the vital components necessary for your spiritual and emotional flourishing, and dedicate yourself to cultivating those areas. Epictetus, who rose from poverty, understood the significance of focusing on essentials. His teachings underscore the importance of discerning between what truly enriches life and what merely burdens it. Wealth, he noted, isn't measured by the abundance of possessions, but rather by the simplicity of one's desires. This introspective journey isn't solely about acquiring material possessions, but encompasses a broader spectrum of mental support, morality, and personal growth. In a world saturated with choices and distractions, finding contentment often involves embracing simplicity and depth simultaneously. Take a moment to reflect on what truly brings you happiness and inner peace, be it solitude, profound conversations with loved ones, or engaging in fulfilling hobbies. Centering your life around these fundamental needs facilitates the shedding of relationships and engagements that fail to align with them. It lays the groundwork for a life characterized by security and contentment. However, this process isn't a one-time endeavor. It's a continual cycle of revisiting and realigning our priorities as we evolve and mature. This deliberate focus serves as our guiding compass, offering clarity and purpose amidst life's myriad challenges. Living with intentionality entails prioritizing what truly matters, rather than merely existing passively. It prompts us to contemplate the reasons behind our decisions, regulate our emotional responses, and anticipate the consequences of our actions. By disconnecting from external influences, such as the incessant noise of social media, and reorienting our focus toward our core needs, we align ourselves with the virtues espoused by Stoicism. Stoicism's enduring wisdom elucidates that detachment isn't synonymous with emotional detachment, but rather signifies the attainment of inner tranquility and resilience. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships and confront the trials of existence, the principles of Stoicism serve as a beacon of inspiration, guiding us toward lives imbued with virtue, wisdom, and emotional fortitude. Lesson number 8. Separation. Returning to a place of detachment involves more than just physical distance. It encompasses a shift in our emotional and cognitive landscapes. When our feelings cloud our judgment, taking a step back allows us to observe them with the detachment of a spectator watching clouds drift across the sky, recognizing that they are separate from our essence. This detachment doesn't imply indifference. Rather, It fosters an unbiased perspective, enabling us to view situations and our responses with clarity, akin to surveying the entire chessboard rather than fixating on a single piece. While ancient Stoic philosophy suggested solitude in rural settings, modern detachment doesn't always necessitate such extremes. Sometimes, simply silencing our phones, going for a walk, or finding solace in a quiet room suffices. The crucial aspect is creating a space where the cacophony of daily life doesn't drown out our thoughts and emotions. In these moments of solitude, devoid of external distractions, we can make decisions grounded in reason, introspection, and inner wisdom, rather than fleeting emotions. This retreat into solitude serves as our tool of empowerment, providing a haven where we can breathe freely and gain clarity amidst the haze of the present. It's a deliberate choice that stems from rational reflection rather than impulsive action, embodying the wisdom and virtue espoused by Stoicism. Picture your life as a voyage with individuals representing winds and currents, some propelling us forward smoothly, while others threaten to thrust us into turbulent waters. As captains of our own ships, it's imperative to discern which winds to harness and which storms to navigate away from. Detachment isn't an abandonment. It's a conscious decision to safeguard our morals and principles. Stoicism doesn't advocate for detached reasoning, but rather encourages thoughtful contemplation of the influence others have on our lives, whether they contribute to harmony or discord. Epictetus, who rose from slavery to wisdom, emphasized the importance of aligning relationships with our authentic selves. Viewing relationships as windows, we can discern whether they offer glimpses of peace, growth, and understanding, or foster doubt, discomfort, and stress. Choosing detachment isn't synonymous with relinquishing something. It's a commitment to upholding our values, integrity, and personal journey. It's about sculpting our lives into narratives that resonate with pride, a testament to our fidelity to ourselves and our aspirations. Ultimately, detachment serves as a compass guiding us toward a life imbued with purpose, authenticity, and fulfillment.